2020 is not over. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, what is your mindset saying? How confident are you in this season that everything is going to work for your good? Are you the person that's always worrying, harboring anxious thoughts, concerned about what tomorrow holds? And I know despite everything that's happened, whether you've lost your job, whether you've lost your joy, whether your business isn't going well, for every dark moment, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Esther here. Thank you so much to those who stay tuned with me. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about the year of 2020. 2020 is going to be the year that will never be forgotten in history. COVID-19 has shocked every one of us. I've also realized that despite this pandemic, there has also been opportunities of growth, of meditation, and more importantly, Thanksgiving. There are so many times where we think about what we've lost, what we don't have, why things aren't really going the way we've planned. And best believe, even myself, I have also had plans from January to December. From March, I've had to cross all of them off. But you know what? One thing that never left and will never leave is my joy. When you can keep your joy in seasons of crisis, you are able to overcome anything. Let coronavirus teach you something that you wouldn't have learned if you were in your comfortable environment. By now, the majority of us would probably be at work, sitting on their desk. Other people, they may be setting up their meetings for their businesses. Your productivity matters so much in this season. And one thing I always encourage people to do is to learn how to invest in you. Make time for yourself. Get to know yourself more. Investing in sermons, investing in courses online, investing in workshops. 2020 may not have worked in your favor for the time being, but 2020 will work in God's favor on your behalf if you allow Him to do what He needs to do. Have you learnt how to be more content? Have you learnt how to be more grateful? Have you learnt how to be more thankful, more happier, more joyful, more giving? As long as you don't lose your mind, as long as you don't lose your tenacity, as long as you don't lose your value, you are going to be fine. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a doormat and just sit down and not do anything. Even if you are not working, find something to do, i.e. your skills, your creativity, and make something out of it. If you love art, draw. You never know that that drawing can be in one of the UK National Museums. This season, there is no excuse for you not to be productive. And another thing that made me realize that 2020 is still a blessed year is that when you do go back to work, you will appreciate the time you had during COVID-19. And I must also say that my highest condolences, my sympathy and my empathy goes out to everyone who has dealt with COVID-19 and lost loved ones. I know how it feels to lose a loved one. It will take time. I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight. There will be times where you will think about your loved ones, but in that situation, think about the good things about that person and make them proud. This is not the time to sit down and worry and complain and be fearful. You need to look at what you have around you. Even if you don't have the money, even if you don't have the support, even if you don't have the team, you have you. Anyone can tell you what to do, but do you believe it for yourself? It is better for you to bring out the values and the giftings and the talents that you have in yourself rather than people telling you what to do. Because if you allow people to tell you what to do in this season, you'll become so easily led that you will not be able to make your own decisions. Now, I'm not saying that people giving you advice or support is bad, but you need to make sure in this season you stand on your own 2 feet and take responsibility. Your time, your work, socializing online, all important, but remember that you are important as well. I've seen many people, even on Instagram, they're collaborating with other MUAs, they're doing workshops, some people that are also writing books, they're also coming together, and other people, they're doing audiobooks like myself. I've recently launched my audiobook for my third book, From Glory to Glory, which is also on my website. And I really decided to take the advantage of doing it in this season because I know that most studios won't be open. And I thought if I keep waiting, I probably won't get it done. One thing I do want to emphasize, however, is to always be thankful. I know it seems difficult to be thankful in a season of pain, in a season of anxiety, in a season of confusion. You're from one country affecting how many countries? It's actually serious. But it just comes to show you that one positive thought can affect other positive thoughts around you. And one negative thought can affect other negative thoughts around you. Find something that you're good at and do it with all your heart. And I tell you, the minute this COVID-19 is over, I'm sure a lot of us will be so pumped up for what is to come next. You can't tell me you're going to be the same person you were during COVID-19, and when it's done, you're still going to be the same. Please, there has to be change, and change starts from you. This season, I'm telling you, if you use it to your advantage, it will work out for you. You don't want to be lazy and think, oh, well, I'm at home, let me just sleep for an hour or two. And that nap supersedes to 5 hours. I had so much joy in crossing off all the plans in my diary. And this just comes to show you that many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord that directs his steps. One thing I've also realized as well is that the majority of us tend to focus on what we've lost. My hours are being cut down. I've lost my job. My business isn't growing. I don't have money coming in. There are so many things that your situation is teaching you right now. And if you don't learn how to embrace it, you will allow so many things to occupy your mind and make you give up on your purpose. This is not the year to give up. If you still want to see growth in your life, which I believe we all do, this is not the time to feed your doubts or your losses. I turn my losses into wins. There is no need for you to sit down on those L's and mourn with it and pity it and comfort it. If you comfort your L's, you will not be able to embrace your wins. You've got your life. There are some people right now who are crying to be in your position. In this season, you need to be so positive. What is there to be thankful for? What is there to be hopeful for? Wow, oh wow, there is a lot to be thankful for. And if there's anything I've learned more than anything, is to thank God for the gift of life. So you have to be intentional about the time that you have right now. We want to procrastinate and say, yeah, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month. Did we know that Koro was going to come the way it did? We didn't know. Change your perception of the way you see your life, because the way you see your life determines so much. As I said, this is not the season for you to be depending on people and asking them what you should do or what you shouldn't do. Ask God for the wisdom, ask God for creativity, and really be expectant for what he's going to tell you. And there are times where in a snap, in a click, in a press of a button, God can change this whole situation around. As long as you don't doubt God, you will not doubt yourself. But if you doubt yourself, you will doubt God. And that makes it difficult for you to see from his perspective, because Isaiah chapter 55 verses 8 says, for my ways are not your ways and my thoughts are not your thoughts. And I'm so honored to know that. Because when I planned my 2020, God in heaven was laughing on the 1st of January saying, okay, this lady's got a plan for 2020. Let coronavirus come in March. Let coronavirus come in April. Let coronavirus come in May. And let's see what plans he or she has. Not to say that God is a bad God. No, he's a good, good father. To know that the plans that I have for myself will never equate to the plans that God has for me. And I want to encourage you with this. Do not ever give up on that dream. If you've planned many things in 2020 and you have faith and you're patient and thankful, you will see it come to pass. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and it is the evidence of things not seen. Where is your faith at this time? 2020 is still a good year. Do not write it off. If people have written it off, well, I really advise you to change your mind and speak over your life and say, 2020 is my year. Don't allow a temporary season to determine your life. Your season that is temporal and your life that is eternal are different. They cannot compare. I really hope that your mental health is well. I hope that your finances are well. I hope that your relationship with God is well. And I hope that your relationship with your family and friends are well. But more importantly, I hope you are well. Let me know below. I'd love to see your comments and read them and reply. And also, let's stay in touch. I'll also link my socials and business socials in the description bar below. Remember, 2020 is not over. Take care. Bye.